Good evening. I'm Cary Grant. Every year, our profession loses some irreplaceable talent. And this year, alas, was no exception. Gloria Swanson, Norma Shearer, Pat O'Brien, Raymond Massey, Johnny Weissmuller, Sam Jaffe, Sir Ralph Richardson, William Powell, Jackie Coogan. But we can be consoled because their talents will be seen again and again in the films they did so much to illuminate. One such person was often the happy center of these Academy Awards, as a presenter, as a master of ceremonies, and once for his performance in separate tables. A friend of mine, and a friend of so many of us, David Niven. David was a gentleman of wit, and he'll be missed by all of us who value style and taste in the lives of those we love. 10 years ago, David shared the Master of Ceremony duties at these Academy Awards. And it was at the event in 1974 that perhaps his finest and certainly his funniest moment came, quite unexpectedly and unrehearsed, just as he was about to introduce Liz Taylor. There's a clip coming on.
The award for the Best Picture is never lightly given. And now, to divulge the contents of this year's most important envelope is a very important contributor to world entertainment, and someone, quite likely, ladies and gentlemen, that was almost bound to happen. But isn't it fascinating to think that probably the only laugh that man will ever get in his life is by stripping off and showing his shortcomings.
David Niven. A dear, unforgettable man. We were all lucky to know him.
I think it's most unfair of Cary Grant to come out here looking like he does at his age and making the rest of us feel like we should be in a home for the aged. The longest film nominated this year runs 3 hours and 13 minutes. The shortest film runs only 4 minutes. Tonight, the importance of short films to our profession is reflected in the stature of the talents presenting these awards. Each has received multiple nominations in the past, and tonight, they are contenders once again. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Caine and Jane Alexander.
The field of short film is full of courageous little cinematic equivalents of the short story, the comic strip, the abstract painting, the small poem for a limited audience, and a dozen other metaphors.
Some of the people who began long careers with short films include Frank Capra, Steven Spielberg, Fred Zinnemann, William Wyler, George Stevens, Walt Disney, and George Lucas.
And this year's nominees may someday be just as well known. For the best achievement in an animated short film, the nominees are Mickey's Christmas Carol, Bernie Mattinson, producer.
Sound of Sunshine, Sound of Rain, Ida Godell Hallinan, producer.
Sundae in New York, Jimmy Picker, producer. And the winner is Sundae in New York, Jimmy Picker, producer.
Thank you very much, members of the Academy. First, I have to thank my father, who always had confidence in me and knew that I can do it and figured I was playing around with clay and would keep me off the streets. And my mother, of course, who was always holding my hand. And Sunday in New York could not have been as good as it is without the great talents of Scott Record, Andy Stein, and Charlie Coover. And I'd also like to thank Stephen Starr and Fred Milstein of the William Morris Agency. And I'd like to thank Mitch Block of Direct Cinema and Myrna Post of Myrna Post and Associates. Hiya, Myrna, and hiya, Mom. Whew. Thank you.
For Best Achievement in Live Action Short Films, the nominees are Boys and Girls, Janice L. Platt, producer.
Goody Two Shoes, Ian Eames, producer.
Overnight Sensation, John N. Bloom, producer. And the winner is Boys and Girls, Janice L. Platt, producer.
Along with my partners in Atlantis Films, Michael McMillan and Seton McLean, we'd like to thank the Academy. This means a lot to us. Boys and Girls was a labor of love, and we'd like to thank the director, Don McBrady, for putting that love on the screen. Also to Alice Munro, writer of the original short story, Joe Wiesenfeld for the script, Alar Kivalos, cinematographer, Louis Natali, composer of the music, a fantastic cast led by Megan Follows and Ian Heath, for their continuing support and participation, the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, and in particular Roman Melnick and Nada Harcourt, to Telefilm Canada, thank you, to Magic Lantern, to this is for Rose and Cindy, and for our family and friends who are watching across Canada. Thank you very much. Thank you, Academy.